Okay, the next lesson on trigonometry then is still about finding length, but slightly different to the previous lesson. So straight into the examples. Here's example 1. Pause the video, draw the shape, and then come back when you're ready for the answer. Okay, welcome back. Remember this one now, with trigonometry, the first thing to do is to label the sides. Remember, this is the hypotenuse, this is the opposite, and this is the adjacent. Okay, and I'm going to write down SOHCAHTOA again to help me decide which one to use, sine, cos, or tan. Now, I know O, but I want to find H, so I'm going to use sine. Okay, remember now from the previous lesson, sine of the angle, so sine 30. Remember now, sine is O over H. So O is 24 and H is X. Okay, that's right down there, over H. Now remember, last lesson, the unknown was on top of the fraction and we multiplied. Okay, in this one now, the unknown's on the bottom. So we're doing the opposite thing in effect. So we won't be multiplying, we'll be dividing. So X is going to be, it has to be in this order, 24 divided by sine 30. Okay, and if you do 24 divided by sine 30 on the calculator, you get back 48 centimeters. And if you did do by mistake 24 times sine 30, you would have got 12, but that's got to be wrong, you see, because 12 is less than 24, and H is always the longest side. So you can check a little bit there. Right, when the unknown's on the bottom, you divide. Okay, on top you multiply. Remember, on top times, on bottom divide. Example 2 then, pause it, have a go, come back when you're ready. Okay, welcome back then. So this is HOA. So write down SOHCAHTOA. Okay, and again, let's see now. I've got O. This time I want to find A. So I'm going to use tan. Okay, so tan of the angle, even though tan is O over A, so 23 over F. See, that's O over A. And again, the unknown's on the bottom, so divide. So F is 23 divided by tan 51. Put it in the calculator. 23 divided by tan 51. And you get 18.63 centimeters to 2 dp. Example 3 then. Pause it, come back. You know the drill. Just make it happen. Okay, and if you label the triangle again then, you get HOA. So the old SOHCAHTOA again if we have to. SOHCAHTOA. This time again now we've got A, but we want to find H. So it's going to be cos. So cos 12 degrees, but cos is A over H. So that's 8 over H. Again, the unknown's on the bottom. So you do 85 divided by cos 12 and see what you get. 85 divided by cos 12 gives me 86. Well, this is quite close. 86.90 or 86.9 meters to 2 dp. Okay, job done. Right then, the main task is here. So pause it, have a go at these 6 questions, and then come back when you're ready. Okay, welcome back. Here's all the answers here. I've gone to 2 dp where appropriate, so make sure you mark those. And once they're all marked, we'll go on to the checking question. Okay, so here's the checking question. Pause it, and then take a look at it. Perhaps try and draw a picture like we often do, and then come back when you're ready. Okay, welcome back. So I've read this question, and I'm going to draw a picture, okay? So I live at the bottom of a hill. I've put a dot there for my house. I run up the hill to the summit. So run up the hill to the summit, which is a distance of 1.2 kilometers. Here. Now, given that the angle of elevation of the hill from the bottom is 5 degrees. Remember, angle of elevation just means the angle you're looking up at. All right, so from the bottom of the hill, because it says from the bottom, we'll do a dashed line here. This angle here is 5 degrees. And I've been asked to work out the vertical distance I run. Vertical means straight up. So I want to know how far straight up I've run. Well, we can see here, can't we? We've got a right angle triangle. I want to find this distance here. Okay, so I might call this x here. Perhaps I'll redraw this as a solid triangle. All right, it doesn't matter. You could do other picture if you want to, but I think I'll just do it like this. Okay, so that's 5 degrees. This is obviously a right angle because it's a vertical height. This is 1.2 kilometers. And this is x here. So I'll label my sides. Okay. H, O, A. All right. And then SOHCAHTOA again. Well, I'm sure by now some of you can do this without using SOHCAHTOA. So I know H, but I want to find O. Therefore, it's sine. So I know that sine 5 degrees is O, which is x over h, which is 1.2. See, O over h. Now, I hope some of you weren't thinking that automatically it was going to be this. All right, because if that was the case, then you're not thinking about what we've done in this lesson. Okay, don't be a robot. All right, I know in this lesson, all right, the unknown's been on the bottom, but you've got to get into the habit. It could be on the bottom or on the top. Okay, now sine is over h. That's why x had to be on top, because x is O, okay, and h is on the bottom. Now, what we see in the previous lesson, if the unknown's on top, you times, you multiply. So x is 1.2 times sine 5. Okay, so 1.2 times sine 5 would be quite a small answer, this one. All right, very small answer because sine 5 is pretty small, and you get 0.1 kilometers to 2 dp. Okay, so don't be a robot. Make sure you think about what's going on and make sure you understand the question and believe in the maths. Okay, so if you've been asked for this one, for example, to find how long the run was, then you would have had to use sine because this would be blank here. All right, and then if this was blank, you would have used sine, obviously. All right, but you would have had to have divided instead because it would have been on the bottom. But in this case, if the unknown's on top, you times. It doesn't change. So make sure you read these questions. All right, think about things before just jumping in. So that's the end of that. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. See you soon.